Kitakubu.
Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Gundam video. So this is actually half Kita news video and half review video kind of thing. We do have somewhat of new information on the upcoming second film of Senko no Hathaway, Hathaway's Flash, and I do want to do a little review on the film because I did watch it and I thought it was freaking amazing, and I basically want to, talk about it a little bit because it's freaking Gundam. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the news part first. So first of all, the film has earned over 1 billion yen, sold over 500,000 tickets, and has ranked number 4 in the box office in Japan. Probably has increased. It's been a while since I got those numbers. Like, it's been a couple days actually, but this will be the first time in 33 years since Char's Counterattack, which premiered in theaters back in 1988, that Gundam has made this mark in the theater. So that's amazing, well deserved as well. Now I'm sure the film would have sold more if it didn't sell the Blu-rays on the same day, which I found kind of weird. But yeah, you can buy the Blu-ray if you went to the film, and they actually sold over 50,000 copies of the Blu-ray. And of course, outside of the film as well, people were able to pre-order. So yeah, and not only that, the film was gonna be on on the internet. It was gonna be on Netflix kind of thing, so people waited as well. So I'm sure, again, if they didn't do any of that and just kept it in theaters, it would have sold more tickets. Now, of course, myself and of course you guys are asking, when is the second film coming out? Well, the producer Ogata Naohiro said that it will take some time to release the second film. They want to go to Australia for location scouting so they can have some references to use in the film, but can't due to the whole COVID pandemic. But apparently Japan is kind of calming down right now, but still it's still kind of situation over there with the whole COVID thing. But we're hoping that we get to see this film really soon, but I'm assuming that it's probably going to take a few more years, maybe 2 or 3 years, for the next film to release. And then of course, once the second film releases, I'm assuming maybe a year or two after that for the third film. Now let's go ahead and get right into the review. So I'm going to do my best on this review without spoiling anything from the film. So Gundam Hathaway's Flash, or Senko no Hathaway, is probably the most beautiful Gundam anime that I have ever watched. By the way, I watched the film about 11 times already because, I mean, it was just that good. I actually was lucky enough to watch it before the whole Netflix release. I've actually watched it on Netflix twice already, but man, where to start with this? Like, it was so beautiful, from the characters to the mobile suits, and the cinematography. Like, unlike most TV animes and anime films, Hathaway's Flash didn't really use traditional anime methods. Like, I mean, they did, but there were a lot of methods that you would probably never see in TV anime. But the camera work was insane. The cuts, like, you would rarely see these types of camera works in, again, anime and anime film. That's really rare to see. But all the action scenes felt like I was watching a live action film. A good example of this would definitely be the opening scene of the film, when they're in the shuttle ascending to Earth. Hathaway fights off the fake Mufti members. The CG animation really helped get certain camera angles and movements that would be really hard to get in 2D animations. Again, the whole Hathaway scene, like in the elevator when he's going in, it would turn around, going through the hallway, through the shuttle to get to the pilot room kind of thing. So yeah, it was just pretty cool to see that kind of sequence in an anime. They did an amazing job blending, both 3D, the CG, and 2D together, and it didn't feel off at all. I really love the redesigns for the characters. For example, Kenneth and Gigi originally looked like this, like completely different from their original designs. For those who are wondering, where are these designs from? They're from video games. And yeah, I actually again really love these new redesigns. It felt better than the old designs. As for Hathaway and Lane, they look the same basically. So I've never been to the Philippines, but I think the film did a really amazing job on recreating, or not really recreating, but creating the city Davao. It just felt like the Philippines, if that makes any sense. Again, I've never been there, but I've been talking to some Filipino Gundam fans, and they said that yeah, it really felt like the series was in the Philippines. So that's actually pretty cool. I definitely need to credit Waki Kentaro because he is the director of photography, and yeah, his work is just amazing for this film. Again, the cinematography for this film is just mind-blowing amazing. So of course we got to talk about the music because Sawano Hiroyuki is involved. You guys probably remember him from Gundam Unicorn. His music was used in that film series, but of course if you're an anime fan then you guys know who he is. But he always finds a way to make his music work with any project that he works on, and Gundam Hathaway's Flash is no question one of his best works in my opinion. I'm not sure if Sawano was in charge of this scene. I'm pretty sure Kimura Eriko was actually in charge because she is the sound director, but the transition between the club music to the war music, which of course goes into a Sawano song, was just amazing. Like, it's really hard to explain in words, but if you watch that scene and you just listen to the music, it just works. Like, it's amazing how they transition so smoothly to a different scene, to a different type of, again, scene. So yeah, that was pretty insane how they did that. To many, the Gundam's movements, the shots of the beam rifles, and the sound of the thrusters when they're flying probably doesn't mean anything, but to Gundam fans like myself, it's everything. Like, these sounds really make it seem like these mobile suits, these giant robots, are real, and it just gives you goosebumps. Like, just talking about it, I got goosebumps right now. For those looking to watch this film and expecting a lot of mobile suit action, honestly, there isn't much, but the actions that we do see handled very well. Like, for example, the cockpit shots, like where we get to see the pilot controlling the mobile suit, it really felt like we were inside with them, like piloting the mobile suit, which again is insane, gives you goosebumps. I also love how they handled the movement of the mobile suits. Like, it really felt realistic. Like, if these robots were real, they would move like that kind of thing. The detail in this film is insane. Again, the cockpits for the pilots, like, it's very detailed. Like, you get to see everything what they see around them, the monitor in front of them kind of thing. We also got a bunch of details on the maps and stuff. Like, all the English was like correct. They literally have like a map of Davao and stuff like that. The scenery, of course, the background, very detailed, and there's just so much more. Again, like, just the small details, like, you can tell that like they really cared about this film, and they were really passionate on making this film just like perfect. As for the story, and for those who don't know, I wanted to point out that the original novel came out in 1989, which is 32 years ago. I actually read the novel back in high school, and I'm not gonna lie, my memory is a bit foggy on the novels, but they're adapting a novel from 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, and they made it into an amazing film. I mean, it's nothing new. Like, we've seen old books get the treatment of becoming a film and stuff like that, but Muto Yasuyuki, who is the script writer, the screenplay writer, did an amazing job adapting the novel into what we got, the film. So yeah, that's just like really good storytelling. It wasn't rushed, it was perfectly paced. So yeah, definitely an amazing job from him. So again, for those who are expecting a lot of giant robots fighting, going at each other kind of thing, there isn't much. Like, if you read the novel, or if you're just a fan of the whole universal century of Gundam, then you guys know that Gundam is actually more character and story heavy than Gundam fighting. And we can expect that in the upcoming films as well, especially the second film. Like, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the second novel didn't have any fighting, if not very little. So the second film, I think a lot of fans are actually going to be very disappointed because, again, they want to see giant robots fighting. But I think the second film is going to be more character development, more in depth with the story. We're probably going to find out more about the characters that we have questions of in the first film, like, for example, oh, why she's scared, you know, piloting the mobile suit kind of thing. I actually had a couple of my friends question that, and I told them you just have to wait for the upcoming films. So yeah, again, it's more character and story development than robot fighting, but it would be really cool to see some, you know, some action in the third film. But yeah, that's basically what Gundam is. Overall, the film was amazing. Honestly, this actually might be my favorite Gundam anime. Like, I've watched every single Gundam anime, and this honestly just might be the best one that I've watched. Like, I literally watched it 11 times. I get goosebumps all the time when I watch it. Like, it's just that good. Like, I do want to point out that maybe they could have made the fight scene between Penelope and Kisui a little lighter. Like, it was kind of dark, but I mean, it was still pretty cool to watch. Now, for those who want to get into Hathaway's Flash and wondering if you need to watch prior works to understand the film, you do. You definitely need to watch Char's Counterattack, but to understand Char's Counterattack, you need to watch the original Gundam series. So where can you watch all this? Well, Netflix actually has all of this. You can watch the trilogy Gundam movies, which is basically covering the original Gundam series, the original TV anime, and then after you watch the trilogy movie, you can watch Char's Counterattack, and then you can watch Hathaway. So yeah, Netflix has everything right now. Well, that was my little review on KitaSean Gundam Senko no Hathaway, Hathaway's Flash, Gundam Hathaway, whatever you want to call it. Comment down below and tell me what you guys thought about the film. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? I personally think it was amazing, 10 out of 10 for me. I'm going to watch it again because I can, and I'm probably going to play some Maxi Boost after as well and try out Penelope and Kisui because, I mean, I'm just hype about them. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.